Hi guys, happy Yule, happy winter solstice, Merry Christmas, happy holidays, all of them. Today I wanted to talk about your goals for growth um, in this next coming year. If you have started watching my YouTube series, you may be on board because you're really trying to take those steps into learning craft. So now that I've kind of gotten you to the point where you're kind of doing those baby spells, those 2 or 3 step easy spells, the next step that I think is really important for your growth is going to be creating relationships, excuse me, creating relationships with your magical items. So one of the things that I get a lot of is I get witches saying, what kind of books can I buy that are going to help me along, things that I can reference. One of the most important books that you should be referencing is your grimoire, your shadow book. Um, and the reason why I say that is because that is going to be your emotional responses, your observations of your magical items and your spelling. Your grimoire is a documentation of spells that have fizzled out, that haven't worked, that have worked. Witchcraft is a constant scientific uh, exploration, kind of, when you make a prediction in a scientific experiment, that's essentially what you're doing in witchcraft. And what you need to be focusing on is documenting, of course, all of that in your grimoire. I use this much salt, I use this incantation, I said this happened, this didn't happen, that kind of a thing. But before you start worrying about, I need to buy all these books, I need to do this, I need to do that. Books are important. I do have some. I have a crystal Bible. I've been practicing witchcraft a long time, and guys, I still have to reference rocks sometimes because I forget the name of them, or they look so similar to another one that I'm like, oh, is that the right stone? And that's where books are good to have. But what's more important is your relationship with your items. So instead of worrying about, this is carnelian and it makes sure that I am this or I am that, you need to be getting your, sorry, let me grab one of these. You need to be getting your stones, like this is turquoise ore. You need to be getting your stones and you need to be carrying them and seeing what this stone brings for you throughout the day. Does it deter anything from happening? How does it make you feel when you hold it? The same thing with herbs. If I put herbs in my pocket that day, did anything different happen for me? And if I do that again, does that happen again? If that's the case, then this particular herb for you may represent this or bring this into your life. That's what I mean about making it personal. It's really great to listen to what other witches use in their spells, but what's more important is creating your own brand of magic and creating your own relationships with your items. So if every time I pick this up, I feel a sense of power, I feel a sense of resolve, then when I need that emotion, either in a spell or throughout the day, then that's what I'm going to reach for, because I don't need to pull this up to know that this stone makes me feel this particular way. So for this coming year, I really encourage you witches, and you baby witches especially, to get whatever items you have. And it doesn't have to be expensive stones. You could have gone hiking and found a beautiful rock and felt incredibly drawn to it. And that stone will hold the same force, maybe not the same frequency, but the same force for you that maybe a more expensive item would hold for you as well. So document, experiment, get close with witchcraft. And remember, you're not an encyclopedia. You didn't start this so that you could learn the name of every rock and every herb and what it does, because at the end of the day, we're not witches on Jeopardy. We're not here to prove what we know. We're here to have experiences and craft the world around us. And that's going to take a lot of connections with the items that we use. So I also want to just right quick thank anybody who has bought my books so far. I love seeing some of the repeat buys, so like buyers buying again, which are things I get like kind of notifications of that on Amazon. And so it lets me know that you probably enjoyed the first book and now you're buying the second one. So that makes my heart really happy. For those of you who haven't heard or have just subscribed or have started following me on TikTok, I am running a very filthy, graphic fantasy romance series. It's called Into the Darkness. There are two books, Into the Darkness, Kissing Shadows, and then Into the Darkness, Tunnel Vision. So if you get any cool money this Christmas or gift cards and you feel like sitting down and letting me tell you this amazing story, that would be amazing. Also, hey, if you've read it, would you review it? It just helps people know like how you experience a book. It helps me know too. Good or bad, I just would love to hear what you think. And I want you all to just have the best holiday, you witches that are having to kind of endure Christmas. And those of you who are witches will know what I mean. Just keep a brave face on. If you're not out of the broom closet, just do the best you can. I know it's hard out there, especially at Christmas. But know that all the good vibes are coming for you. And I will make another video soon. Bye, guys.